As the rain poured down in sheets outside the towering glass skyscraper, a disheveled man in a rumpled suit trudged away from the building, his shoulders slumped in defeat. Behind him, the automatic doors burst open, and a sharply dressed figure in an expensive overcoat sprinted out, slipping slightly on the wet pavement. "Wait! Stop!" the man shouted, his voice cutting through the storm. It was none other than Marcus Harlan, the billionaire CEO of Harlan Tech, one of the world's most innovative companies. Why on earth would a mogul like him chase after a failed interviewee? What hidden story lay beneath this desperate pursuit? Hold on, because what happened next would change everything, but first, let's rewind to how it all began. Alex Thompson gripped the steering wheel of his beat-up old sedan, his knuckles white as he navigated the morning traffic. It was a chilly autumn day in the bustling city, and the weight of the world pressed down on him like an invisible anvil. At 35, Alex was a single dad to his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, who was the light of his life, and the source of his deepest fears. 2 years ago, his wife, Sarah, had been taken from them in a tragic car accident, leaving Alex to juggle grief, parenthood, and survival all on his own. He'd lost his job as a software engineer 6 months back when his company downsized, and now the bills were piling up like autumn leaves. The rent was overdue, Lily's school fees loomed, and worst of all, Lily had been diagnosed with a rare heart condition that required expensive treatments. Alex had applied to dozens of jobs, but today was his big shot, an interview at Harlan Tech for a senior developer position. "You've got this," he muttered to himself, glancing at a faded photo of Sarah and Lily taped to the dashboard. But as he pulled into the parking lot, a knot of anxiety twisted in his gut. What if he blew it? What if this was his last chance? Inside the sleek lobby of Harlan Tech, Alex smoothed his tie for the umpteenth time. The place was a marvel, polished marble floors, holographic displays showcasing cutting-edge AI, and employees buzzing with purpose. He felt out of place, like a stray dog in a palace. The receptionist, a young woman with a warm smile, checked him in and directed him to the 15th floor. As the elevator ascended, Alex rehearsed his answers in his head. He was qualified, with years of experience in coding complex algorithms, but life had worn him down. Sleepless nights caring for Lily, who often woke up with chest pains, had left him exhausted. The doors opened, and he was ushered into a conference room where 3 interviewers waited, 2 stern-faced managers and, to his surprise, Marcus Harlan himself. The CEO rarely sat in on entry-level interviews, but today he was there, his piercing blue eyes scanning Alex like a scanner reading code. The interview started smoothly enough. They asked about his technical skills, and Alex nailed the questions on Python frameworks and database optimization. But then came the behavioral ones. "Tell us about a time you faced a challenge at work," one manager prompted. Alex's mind flashed to the night Sarah died. He'd been at the office late, missing her call. Guilt flooded him, and his voice cracked as he stumbled through a generic answer. Harlan leaned forward, noticing the hesitation. "What drives you, Mr. Thompson? Why Harlan Tech?" Alex paused, then spoke from the heart. "My daughter, Lily. She's everything to me. I need this job to give her the life she deserves." The room fell silent. But as they delved into a coding test on the whiteboard, Alex's hands shook. He made a silly error in the algorithm, one he knew better than to commit. Time ran out, and he knew he'd flubbed it. "Thank you for your time," he said quietly, gathering his things. The managers exchanged glances, and Harlan simply nodded. Alex walked out, his dreams crumbling. He failed. Again. Out in the hallway, Alex leaned against the wall, fighting back tears. How would he tell Lily? She was at home with a neighbor, probably drawing pictures of happier times. He took the elevator down, stepped into the rain, and began walking to his car, each step heavier than the last. But unbeknownst to him, back in the conference room, Marcus Harlan stared at Alex's resume, his mind racing. Something about the man's raw honesty had struck a chord. Harlan, too, had been a single parent once, raising his son after his wife's battle with cancer. He'd built his empire from nothing, but he remembered the desperation. "Get me his file," Harlan barked to his assistant. As he skimmed it, he saw notes on Alex's references, glowing praises for his work ethic, but mentions of personal hardships. Harlan bolted from his chair. "I need to catch him." And that's when he ran, out the doors, into the storm. Alex heard the shouts but assumed they were for someone else. He kept walking, rain soaking through his suit. "Mr. Thompson." "Wait." The voice was closer now. He turned, stunned to see Marcus Harlan, drenched and breathless, jogging toward him. "What? Why?" Alex stammered. Harlan caught his breath, water dripping from his hair. "You think you failed? You didn't. Come back inside. We need to talk." Alex's heart pounded. Was this a joke? A pity offer? But as they returned to the building, drying off in Harlan's opulent office, the CEO revealed his own story. "I was like you once, broke, alone, fighting for my kid." "Your passion? That's what I need in my team, not perfect code." Alex opened up about Lily's condition, the mounting medical bills, the nights he coded freelance just to afford her meds. Harlan listened, his eyes softening. "Let's make a deal," he said. "You join us, and I'll cover Lily's treatments through our employee health program." It seemed too good to be true. But just as Alex felt a glimmer of hope, his phone rang. It was the neighbor. "Alex, Lily's having an episode. She's struggling to breathe. Get here now." Cliffhanger. Would Alex make it in time, or had his pursuit of this job cost him everything? Alex's world spun. He bolted from Harlan's office without a word, racing to his car. Harlan, sensing the urgency, followed. "What's wrong?" he demanded. Alex explained in frantic bursts as he drove, Harlan insisting on coming along in his luxury SUV trailing behind. They arrived at Alex's modest apartment just as the ambulance pulled up. Lily was pale, clutching her chest, but the paramedic stabilized her quickly. In the hospital waiting room, Alex paced, guilt gnawing at him. "I should have been there," he whispered. Harlan sat beside him, placing a hand on his shoulder. "You're doing your best. That's more than most." Hours ticked by, doctors running tests. Finally, the cardiologist emerged. Lily was stable, but she needed surgery soon, a procedure that could fix her condition for good, but it cost a fortune. Alex buried his face in his hands. How could he afford it? Harlan stepped forward. "I'll handle it. Consider it an advance on your salary." Alex looked up, tears streaming. "Why me? I'm nobody." Harlan smiled faintly. "Because I see myself in you. And because kindness changes lives." As Lily recovered in the following weeks, Alex started at Harlan Tech. The job was demanding, but flexible. Harlan even set up a daycare program inspired by Alex's story. Colleagues welcomed him, and for the first time in years, Alex felt a sense of belonging. But challenges lingered. Lily's surgery loomed, and Alex battled imposter syndrome at work, doubting his skills after the botched interview. One night, after a long day debugging a critical project, Alex confided in a coworker, Mia, a sharp-witted engineer who'd overcome her own hardships. "I feel like I don't deserve this," he admitted over coffee in the break room. Mia shared her story of immigrating alone, facing discrimination, yet rising through the ranks. "We all fail sometimes," she said. "It's how we get back up that counts." Their friendship blossomed, adding a layer of support to Alex's life. Meanwhile, Harlan mentored Alex personally, teaching him not just tech innovations but life lessons. "Success isn't about never falling," Harlan said during a late-night strategy session. "It's about rising every time." Alex threw himself into a new AI project, using his experiences to develop software that helped single parents manage work-life balance, apps for scheduling doctor visits, tracking expenses, even connecting with support groups. The project gained traction, earning praise from the board. But as launch day approached, disaster struck. A hacker breached the system, threatening to expose user data. Alex, leading the fix, worked tirelessly, but doubts crept in. What if I can't do this? He thought, staring at lines of code blurring on his screen. The team rallied, but the breach escalated. Personal info leaked online, including details about Lily. Alex's phone blew up with concerned calls. Cliffhanger. With the company's reputation on the line and his daughter's privacy invaded, could Alex turn the tide, or would this be the end of his fragile new beginning? Panic set in as Alex traced the hack to a rival firm's insider. With Harlan's resources, they isolated the threat, but not before the media caught wind. Headlines screamed, Harlan Tech Data Breach, Single Dad's Project at Center. Alex faced scrutiny, reporters camping outside his apartment. Lily, now home post-surgery, which Harlan had funded successfully, hugged him tight. "Daddy, are we okay?" she asked, her big eyes full of worry. Alex nodded, but inside, he was breaking. He confronted Harlan, "This is my fault. Fire me." But the CEO refused. "We fight together." Rallying the team, Alex devised a patch using an innovative encryption he'd been tinkering with, a blend of his old freelance ideas and Harlan's AI tech. It worked. The breach was sealed, data recovered, and the hacker exposed. The project launched stronger, with enhanced security, and it became a hit, helping thousands of families. Months turned into a year. Alex rose to lead developer, his confidence restored. Lily thrived, her heart mended, drawing pictures of her superhero dad and Uncle Marcus. Mia and Alex grew closer, sharing quiet dinners and dreams of the future, perhaps even a blended family one day. Harlan, watching from afar, felt a paternal pride. He'd not only saved a man but reignited his own passion for mentorship. One evening, at a company gala, Harlan pulled Alex aside. "You didn't fail that interview. You aced the real test, resilience." Alex smiled, toasting to new beginnings. In the end, this story isn't just about a chase in the rain, it's about how one act of empathy can rewrite destinies. No matter how many times life knocks you down, there's always someone, or something, worth getting back up for. Persevere, show kindness, and watch the world open up. If this tale touched your heart, hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiring stories that remind us of the human spirit's unbreakable strength. Thanks for watching.